Welcome to the Hughes News. My name is Bob Linebaugh, and I'm here with
Jeremy Garner.
Jeremy Garner. Welcome, Jeremy.
Thanks for having me
again. We hadn't seen him for a while. Well, you did an interview a few weeks ago with us.
Yes.
But otherwise, you kind of started this whole Hughes News thing, didn't you?
I don't know.
You were like the founder.
Well, Lebanon Now, Ozark Fiber, the whole them coming together. We had talked even in the early years, I think, of when he was first starting Lebanon Now. How can we get the word out of what the Hughes Senior Center is doing and what we're about? And can't thank them enough for taking this on.
Absolutely.
I think it's been quite a success.
Yes, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
And if you know Jeremy, he's with Gardner Smith Insurance, one of our sponsors who's been with us from the beginning. Gardner Smith Insurance, as well as the Phoenix Home Care and Hospice, they are our sponsors for this episodes that we put on every week for you, and we thank you so much. And we thank, of course, Phoenix Home Care and Hospice as well. Want to kind of let you know a few things that we did. Debbie's not here with us today, but she usually kind of fills you in on what all happened this past week. But I do know a couple of things that took place. One was our balloon volleyball. That's a big thing anymore. And I watched that the other day. I was here, I think, I forget which day it was, but I was here and they were playing balloon volleyball back there in the back.
And Sweet Mary Egan, I heard, got to be a part of it.
They were having a ball. That was... it looked like a lot of fun. But also another game that's kind of new to the Hughes Center, I think, was charades. And they've started that here lately. And so I don't know how that went, but I bet you they had a lot of fun with that one, too.
It is fun.
Yeah, because I think Debbie had told me that she was kind of doing that with them, and she really enjoyed it. So I know a couple of games like that are taking place. And we got some new ones coming down the pike, too. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. But I do want to let you know that we've got another quilt that's going to be raffled off, and here's a picture of it. We've got a beautiful quilt that is going to be raffled off. Let's see, it's $1 a ticket, or you can get six tickets for $5, and we'd really encourage you to do that. Also, next week we're doing Bring a Friend.
That ought to be great.
Yeah, and the whole point is if you bring a friend, then that enables you to be a part of a drawing. So your name goes in the pot, and the drawing will be... we'll draw them, I guess is what you do with drawings, on Friday, and then there'll be a prize for that. So that sounds like a lot of fun, too.
It does sound like a lot of fun. Bring a friend.
Yeah, absolutely, which is a good idea anyway, but now you can bring a friend and maybe win a prize.
That's right.
So that's even better. Also, we've got karaoke coming down the pike. I think karaoke starts this week. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but that should be a lot of fun. We'll see how that plays out. And there's a dart kind of game that's starting up in the month of April, too. Maybe this next week, I'm not exactly sure. Very, very soon. And we've got, if that weren't enough, we've got our birthday. We've got our birthday meal coming up too on Wednesday.
Yep.
And usually Monty Luke is there to sing for that. And you've heard him; he does a great job.
He does a good job.
But he can't be here with us this month, so we have the Boomer Brothers.
They look like they've got a nice flyer.
Yeah, they've got a nice flyer.
Kind of see who they are. But
right.
I've heard good things about the Boomer
I have too.
Brothers.
I've not heard them sing myself, but I've heard really good things about them, and they love it here. And so they're going to be here with us on our birthday lunch in place of Monty Luke. So that should be a lot of fun too. Yeah, they'll probably get lunch too. Yeah, so that should be a lot of fun. We've got a couple other things we want to talk to you about too. Why don't you mention to them about this yard sale we've got coming up, which won't be in a yard. It'll be inside.
It'll be indoors, so whether it's raining or it's super hot, we're going to do it indoors. So Hughes Senior Center is having an indoor yard sale and bake sale. It's going to be Thursday, May 21st, 8 a.m., 4 p.m. If you'd like to have a booth and put your stuff up here for a yard sale, we're charging $25. Limited space, so call ahead to try to get your space set up in here. You can call 417-532-3040 to reserve your spot.
I knew you knew that number.
Yep, and maybe we'll pack the house and we'll have some good stuff to shop from.
And you can call that number even if you want to find out more about the Hughes Center and what all we do, what we have available. But certainly for that yard sale, you can call. And another reason you might want to call is another thing that's coming down the pike. I just heard about this week. It's called Give 5 Laclede County. We'll put a picture of that up on the screen for you. But it sounds like a great program. They're going to come and bring a shuttle. It's going to leave from the Hughes Center and return to the Hughes Center. We'll leave about 8 o'clock, and this will take place on April the 28th April the 30th, and then May 5th. And the idea is you want to be at all three of those, if at all possible. This is successive. And they'll load you up, they'll take you around to all these various not-for-profits in the whole county. Sounds like a great plan, because we've got a lot of those.
We do.
And you may live by one or drive by one daily, and you don't even know what's inside and what they do.
Yep, and there's lots of folks that are looking for volunteer opportunities. There's lots of folks that are looking for resources that may benefit from coming on this trip and seeing some of our nonprofits and what they do. Be surprised how many we have here and the huge impact they have on our community. But if there's a need, Lebanon's there to fill that need. I've lived here all my life, and I know that from the bottom of my heart that our community will come together. Right. But if you wanted a volunteer opportunity or just wanted to see what our nonprofits in Lebanon are about, I think this is an amazing idea.
Yeah, sounds great. And it's a free event, but they will shuttle you around and bring you back. You'll be back here at the Hughes Center by 3, and that's on those 3 days. So if you need more information, call us at the number that we just gave you, 417-532-3040. Get more information. Debbie can fill you in, and refer back to the picture that Sarah's putting on the screen for you, and you can get all the information that way as well. But I would like to see you for that. Spaces are limited, so get in there for that. So that's coming up as well. So all kinds of things that are going on. But let's go ahead and look at our menu and our activities for the week.
Sure.
Because that's one thing we like to take care of, and want to remind you, as was last week, Edward Jones had our meals for us last week. They have them again this week, specifically Cheryl Colson and her office at the Edward Jones folks. So we thank them very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank them so much. Yeah. And here's what we're having. Here's what they are supporting for us this week. On Monday, that's going to be the 13th of April, we're going to have a beef taco bake. That sounds good right off the bat.
Good.
Tortilla chips, burritos, lettuce, tomato, onion, black beans, and of course, fruit.
Yeah.
Man, I think I want to be there for that one.
That
sounds like a good one.
day.
What kind of activities we got Monday?
On Monday, quilting at 9 a.m., karaoke in the coffee shop at 12. This is, I think, going to be the first time we've tried this.
I think it is, and it's right here where we are right now.
So if you just want to sing, if you just want to come for entertainment, which I may stand in the back just to listen and watch. We're going to be doing that at noon on Monday.
If I'm here for that meal, I'm going to be staying to see what that karaoke is all about. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have some pictures up for you too once we can get that underway. So that sounds like a lot of fun. It does. Tuesday, the 14th, there's going to be brunch. So we'll have scrambled eggs, sausage, hash browns, biscuits and gravy, and of course fruit. Boy, that sounds good too.
Yep.
I might just camp out here this next week.
Yep. Tuesday, we're going to do mahjong in the morning. I don't know what time. It says
9 o'clock,
a.m., 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then bingo at 12.
Okay. That brings us to Wednesday, and that is our birthday lunch. That's when the Boomer Brothers are going to be here singing for you, and all just more fun than you ought to be allowed to have. And we're having that day oven fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, buttered corn, roll, birthday cake, of course, and of course fruit. Yeah. And let me just stop here. We say fruit. We also have salad bar, we have ice cream, we have soup, we have just all kinds of food. But Wednesday's the big day. And so plan on being here for that. What else do we have going on Wednesday?
Wednesday morning, 10:15, we'll have Bible study. Of course, the Boomer Brothers, right, will be here at 11 for lunch. And we're going to try our new game of darts at 12 at noon. So come try that too. Yeah. We'll see how these new activities
I don't know if that's the actual like darts that you stick, or if those the balls that go on the big. I don't know which one it is.
Maybe they're the old-fashioned like lawn darts.
Could be something like that. That might be fun. We'll see them stuck in the ceiling when you come back the next day. All right, that brings us to Thursday, because we're taking these days in order. On Thursday, we're having spaghetti and meat sauce, garlic bread, green beans, and fruit.
And Thursday at 9 a.m. mahjong, gospel sing at 9:45. And Junko Bingo at noon.
Okay.
And if you've never been even peeked into our gospel sing, it's pretty awesome. They seem to get a pretty big crowd in there.
Yeah, they do.
And just like I'll mention for tomorrow, but the music jam too, man. It's a sure fun to come watch. Yeah. And if you want to be a part of it, they'd love to have you.
Oh yeah, but you don't have to, and I want to stress that no one puts any pressure on anyone. You don't have to sing, you don't have to play, you can just come and listen.
Yep.
Absolutely. On Friday, that rounds out the week, we have chicken fillet, also a baked potato, peas and carrots, and fruit. And that is the day also with the ice cream. We have all the fixings for the ice cream.
Yeah,
Not all the fixings, but most of the
everything
fixings.
you can think of.
Almost everything you can think of that goes with ice cream. That'll be on Friday.
Does Ray put this menu together? Is Ray our guy?
I guess
Because it's really come along pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Friday at 9 a.m. Samba. 11:45 will be our music jam. Come listen, bring an instrument in, play with them. They would love to have you. Friday night is our dance. At 7 p.m. we have a dance every Friday night. And our band this year is Pure Country and DJ.
Okay. Is DJ a person's name, or is that like the...
Maybe he brings a DJ.
Well, I don't know what that is. But anyway, come Friday night and find out. Tickets are only $5 to get in, if that's right.
Yeah.
I think 12 and under is just $3, if memory serves.
I think you're right.
Speaking of prices, our meals are just $5 for our lunches. And boy, some amazing lunches we've talked about this week. But just $5 if you're 60 years of age and older. If you're under that age, we just ask for a $7 donation. I think even 12 and under, we lower it down to $3. So where are you going to find a meal like that for that kind of money?
Bring your kids in. Bring your grandkids
bring a friend, because you might win a prize on Friday too. So, I mean, it just keeps getting better.
I think Debbie had her grandkids come in and play balloon volleyball.
She had 4 of them playing balloon volleyball, and I think they loved it. So we're located here at 460 West 5th Street, right here in beautiful Lebanon, Missouri, and we'd love to have you come down and partake in all the activities we've got going on, as well as enjoy the food with us. The more the merrier.
Be a part of it.
Yeah, and there's so many activities, and we're just adding more all the time. And again, if you're interested in that trip around Laclede County, finding out more about the different not-for-profits, give us a call here if you need more details, and get signed up for that, because that sounds really good.
It really does.
And then don't forget, of course, the yard sale we have coming up, and just all kinds of things. So a lot going on. And once again, I just want to thank you guys, Garner & Smith Insurance, right here in Lebanon, for supporting us, as well as the Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. We couldn't do it without you guys. And also, this week, the Edward Jones folks, specifically Cheryl Colson. We appreciate them so very much for making our meals possible.
Yeah, being our meal sponsor.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
amazing.
You told us about that meal sponsorship, about 3 weeks ago or so, when you were interviewed. And I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, we've had a lot of interest. I don't think a lot of people understood or really knew just how many people we really feed, and the kind of losses that we see when folks can't make a contribution.
Right.
We never will turn anybody away.
Right.
Same goes with our homebound meals, and that's where fundraising helps fill those gaps. So
it's such a blessing here. Just this week, I was here, and a 94-year-old lady came in to get her meals. She doesn't eat them here; she can't do that. But she comes in to get them because she just likes to see all the people and talk with folks. And she says that's the only hot meal she gets a day, and that's where her nutrition comes from. So she comes into the Hughes Center and picks those up each day and just visits with people. And
kind of like home.
That's just so great. I mean, you hear stories like that, and you think, wow. Really scratching an itch, aren't we?
Yes.
It's a good thing. So thank you guys for watching. And again, thank our sponsors so very much for making us possible. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.